इश्क में दिल बना है, इश्क में दिल फना है ओ.
Nice, nice, nice. That was so nice. The first moment when you got a call from Atlee sir or whoever narrated the script to you, and what was the first reaction when you got to know that you are being a part of King Khan's film?
I did not believe it, Ashwant. There was a casting agent from Mukesh Chhabra sir's office who called me, and he just said, "आलिया आपका हो गया है." और मैंने कहा क्या अगला राउंड ऑडिशन का? नहीं नहीं, आलिया आपका फिल्म में हो गया है. मैंने कहा are you sure?
We saw the trailer, we saw the film. There was like a lot of action sequences, running, chasing, a lot of bomb blasting and stuff. How you got trained for it?
Yeah, so we actually had quite a bit of stunt training for the past 2 years. We even had different stunts teams, one from the US, one from South Africa, one Indian stunts team. It was just really fun because we learned everything from like basic safety.
Now we're going to do a rapid fire. I'm going to tell a name, I'm going to tell a person's name, and you should tell one thing you like about them and one thing you don't like about them. Atlee sir.
What I love about Atlee sir is that he's really brave, and I think he's not afraid to take risks.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh sir, oh gosh.
Shah Rukh.
I can list a whole list of things that I love about him. One thing I love about Shah Rukh sir is just...
Hi Aaliya, how are you?
Good, how are you, Ashwant?
I'm good, I'm good. So how's it going? Everywhere people are talking about Jawan, 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 Jawan Army, Jawan Girls. How's the vibe going on over there?
It's amazing. It's been like really overwhelming, the love we've got for it, and just people are like loving the girls and our squad. So feeling really grateful for that. And yesterday we actually went to PVR. I went to PVR with some of the girls from the squad, and some of our family members came. And the vibe was crazy. Like people were cheering in the interval. This was like a PVR, and people were just like cheering, hooting during the songs, whistling. It felt amazing. It felt so good.
Awesome. And I have a lot of questions piled up, but before to start off with anything, I would like to ask, what's the first thing you did on the sets of, the first shot you had, with whom you shared your first screen space?
That's a great question. My first shot was the intro shot where I'm running through the metro, the railway.
Okay.
I was so scared because it was my first day on such a big set, and it was just like 300 junior artists all waiting for me to get the shot right. And so I was running, and then first time my earphone fell out and we had to redo it. Second time I hit someone with my guitar keys. I was like, I'm so sorry, big shot me. So it was a really overwhelming shot, but really fun. And I think it kind of like I dove right into the action, I dived right into the action. And so there wasn't much time to think or kind of plan. It was just like straight first day was the most intense.
Awesome. You've been a part of films and all, right? But for the first time, you're associating with a Tamil director, with a lot of Tamil people in it, and it's a Kollywood and Bollywood mashup kind of thing happened in Jawan. How big was there a difference between Kollywood and Bollywood?
So actually, I don't know if you know, this is my first film. So I don't really have any comparison point. I've done a Netflix show before with Tiger Baby, but the OTT vibe is quite different from films, I would say, because OTT there's a lot more. It's just the scale is just smaller and more tight and more kind of efficient. With films, it's so many people and so many things to coordinate on set. Just the whole scale of it is so massive and so like larger than life. So that was really interesting. So I've it's my first film, but I've worked with a lot of actors who like Sanya and Girija and stuff who've done a lot of work in Bollywood, and they said the vibe is quite different in terms of just like the work schedules and stuff. And I think people just like work really hard in the South with very little rest. I think that's just the norm there because I think we all just kind of wanted to finish, especially with this project. It took 2 years to complete, So at one point we were really like hustling to get it out. And so there was everyone from the direction team to production to the actors to the spot boys to the lighting people. Everyone on set was just working overtime and just kind of all putting all our efforts to get this project out. So that was a really cool experience to kind of see everyone push themselves beyond their limits and work so hard, And I think that's much the South ethic is to kind of just like whatever the cost, you just keep going and you keep, hustling and keep getting it out. So
We can see the results on the screen actually. Yeah.
I hope so.
And also, yeah, I would like to know the first moment when you got a call from Atlee or whoever narrated the script to you, and what was the first reaction when you got to know that you are being a part of King Khan's film?
I did not believe it, Ashwant. There was a casting agent from Mukesh Chhabra sir's office who called me, and he just said, "आलिया आपका हो गया है." और मैंने कहा, "क्या अगला राउंड ऑडिशन का?" "नहीं, नहीं, आलिया आपका फ़िल्म में हो गया है." मैंने कहा, "Are you sure? Are you 100%? Are you?" मज़ाक नहीं है ना, I'll be very upset if this is like, he's like, "अरे आपका congratulations, आपका हो गया है." And so finally, after 5 minutes of convincing me, I believed that this was a reality and I was going to be working with Shah Rukh sir. So it's a really cool moment. But I didn't believe it. I was like, I'm going to wake up from a dream any moment. So until I'm on set with Shah Rukh sir, I'm not going to believe that this is happening to me in this reality. So it was very surreal and
Yeah.
just really crazy.
Awesome. And we saw the trailer, we saw the film. There was like a lot of action sequences, running, chasing, and a lot of bomb blasting and stuff. How you got trained for it, and is there anything you got to practice for it? Any special training sessions went on for it?
Yeah, so we actually had quite a bit of stunt training for the past 2 years. We even had different stunts teams, one from the US, one from South Africa, one Indian stunts team. And it was just really fun because we learned everything from like basic safety because, it's quite easy to be injured on an action set. So we learned about gun safety. We learned about how to like just be safe while doing stunts and take care of yourself. Then we learned hand-to-hand combat. We practiced like everything that you saw. A lot of the stunts we did ourselves, and then a lot of them were done by our doubles. But we had to kind of learn everything regardless, just for the shot to work. And so we did a lot of hand-to-hand combat. For the scene where we're jumping onto the trucks, basically we had this harness, and they actually made us jump from a bridge. And so that was, I think, one of the scariest things for me because I'm really afraid of heights and I'm really afraid of falling. And so after that, I remember that specific day also of stunt training. We had done like fighting hand-to-hand combat for 3 hours, and then we were about to go home. And the action guys were like, "लड़कियों को harness में डाल दो." So we were like, harness for why? Why harness? And he was like, "You're gonna jump from there." And he looked and he shows us this really high bridge, and we're like, like now, like, do we have to do it today? He was like, listen, shoot is in 2 days. You have to do it today." So they harnessed us up, and I'm probably gonna post the videos of it soon. But the first one, me and Sangeeta were just screaming. It was me and one of the other girls, and we were just screaming. And by the end, thankfully, we landed and mastered how to land on our feet because it's really hard. It looks like the simplest shot takes a lot of effort in action films to get right and to make it look clean and realistic. So it was a really fun experience to work on stunts, and actually one of my most favorite things about the movie was getting to fight.
Awesome. And we've been interviewing all the Jawan girls, okay? And each and every one of them are telling like, we girls never been apart in the film. And even after the film, we became like a, bunch of friends and we vibe a lot and stuff. Like, could you please explain about the chemistry between you girls?
It's so magical, man. It's unbelievable to have 6 people get along as well as we do. And also just like there's just such wonderful people. I don't know how to explain it. Like such and for this movie specifically, which talks about women empowerment and talks about how like female friendships and female solidarity. And it was so lucky. It was such a stroke of luck to have 5 actors that I really loved working with, and we genuinely, more than friends, I would say, we became like family. And even when we don't have to hang out, we enjoy hanging out. So we all went for the film yesterday. And we meet like once a month for like dinners or lunches, and we kind of like one of us had like a painting day one day. So I really genuinely love spending time with them. And
Nice.
we've really been through a lot on the set, both in our personal lives, and 2 years you go through a lot in your own life.
Yeah.
In two
True.
years and so to share that on set with these girls, and to have such a caring, empathetic women, like they're so wise, they're so funny, they're so smart, and they're such good human beings, and of course brilliant actors. So I feel lucky, I feel like blessed to have got to work with these women who've just become like my sisters.
And now we're going to do a rapid fire. I'm going to tell a name, I'm going to tell a person's name, and you should tell one thing you like about them and one thing you don't like about them, or like it could be fun, you know, it's not like, hey, I don't like this at all, but it could be fun. Yeah, awesome. Atlee sir.
One thing I like, one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to do it fast. I'll do a slow fire.
Okay.
What I love about Atlee sir is that he's really brave, and I think he's not afraid to take risks. You know, he's kind of a rebel at heart. So it was just really nice to get to work with someone who has such a strong message they want to convey. And you watch the movie, you know, like what it talks about, you know, what it stands for the people of the country. So I love that he's kind of a krantikari at heart, you know. So one thing I don't like, how do I say? I can't. He's my director. I am just so grateful to him. I have nothing bad I can say.
Sweet. Okay. Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh sir, oh gosh.
Shah Rukh sir. Yeah.
I can list a whole list of things that I love about him. One thing I love about Shah Rukh sir is just I guess I'll have to go with his humility, you know, because he's so kind to everyone around him, and from everyone, from, you know, us to the director to the person who ties his shoelace between shots, you know, he just has this radiant warmth and this charisma, and he can make anyone feel like the most important person in the room. And he really doesn't have to do that, because he could just be quiet, be in his own zone. But he's so respectful and so humble and so gracious and charming, that it's really inspirational to see someone at that level be so grounded and have, you know, his feet so firmly planted on the ground. So that's an inspiration. One thing I don't like about Shah Rukh sir is how are you making me say things I don't like about people? I just love it. Okay, I'll say a funny one. One thing I don't like about Shah Rukh sir is sometimes he's just too awesome. It's intimidating to be around him.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you this perfect? It's
true. That's actually a thing. Yeah. And awesome. And one thing about Nayanthara, you work with her for the first time.
To work with her. One thing I love about Nayan is that she's a very strong, independent woman, and I think, you know, she knows her worth. She knows what she deserves. So it's really it's amazing. And since this movie is about women in power, it's amazing to see an actual woman in power who just, you know, kind of knows how hard she's worked and knows her place. One thing I don't like about Nayan ma'am, I don't know. I wish I had more scenes with her.
Nice. Awesome. Great. And is there any leads for Jawan 2?
That is up to you guys. If it does really well, I don't think anyone's saying no to Jawan 2. But right now we're just kind of enjoying the success, and I think Atlee sir is enjoying being a father. We were talking yesterday actually about this, and he just said that, you know, now this baby is out, and now I'm just going to focus on my other baby, who he just had his baby Mir. And so him and we are just really happy, and they're new parents, and, you know, they're really enjoying that experience. And Atlee sir is a very paternal person, so I feel like he is really enjoying that experience. So even if there is a Jawan 2, we'll have to wait, I think, a few years.
Yeah. If I didn't do it, your fans gonna kill me. So I'm just gonna ask this, and also for my sake, I've, you know, stalked your profile completely. I know that you are a great singer, and I also saw that the Chalaya acoustic version, that was too good. So could you please sing a few lines from it, or you can sing any Tamil song if you like it.
I wish I knew a Tamil song. Sorry, which song did you say you heard on my Instagram?
Chalaya acoustic version.
You want me to bring my guitar and sing it? Or I'll just sing it.
Yeah, please. Yes, please. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. इश्क में दिल बना है, इश्क में दिल फना है, ओ मिटा दे या बना दे, मैंने तुझको चुना है, ओ तेरे सारे रंग. I don't know the rest of the song.
Nice. That was so nice. You didn't skip a beat while singing.
Thank you so much.
But you know what? My heart skipped a beat while you were singing.
The beat, thank you. I'm glad.
Yes.
I aim to give people heart attacks.
Sorry?
I said I aim to give people heart attacks with my singing. That's my goal.
Yeah, I had one.
Thank you.
It was so nice to interact with you, and you shared a lot of information about the film and insights about the film. I would like to know if you have anything to say to Tamil audience and who's gonna watch Jawan, or to, you know, to something like, for this you need to watch Jawan.
For this, okay, I have two things to say to the Tamil audience.
Awesome.
First, I'll say why you should watch Jawan. It's all of Atlee sir's amazing mass masala. It's all of Shah Rukh sir's charm and charisma and his humor and his wit. It's all of Nayan ma'am's power and her beauty and her grace. And it's just a really badass film. It's a first of its kind pan-India film, I would say. That's truly mixes both north and south equally. You know, not one is dominant, one is, you know. So I think it's the first of its kind. It's doing really well. People are loving it, so you should go watch it. And to the Tamil audience, I would just like to say, you guys are amazing. I've got the privilege of learning so much about the South industry in the last 2 years. And it's just everything from the music being just so, like, you just want to dance, even Zinda Banda, you know, Anirudh, and all of the compositions. The music is incredible. Your food is obviously incredible. I was in Chennai for a month for shoot. And just the vibe, like, you guys kill it. There's a different passion for cinema that the South industry has, and I'm so grateful to be a part of a film that you guys are watching and you guys are loving. So thank you so much for the love, and go watch Jawan.
Yes, ready?
Thank you. And I want to just say rumba thanks to everyone who has gone and
thanks.
that film.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being a part and sharing a lot of insights about Jawan, and wish you all success, Aaliya. You're gonna rock. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a part.